Alright, welcome back everyone. This is where we're at so far. Of course the jar has been done for a day or two now, pretty much. Yeah, so it looks pretty good, you know, where I tacked it in up there. It seems to be stabilized. This of course was the hour's worth of work yesterday somehow. I'm still amazed that it took me that long for those. Still got the wire issue back here on the back, but it's, you know, it blends in a little bit with that black wire. It's the big white one hanging out that gets me. But I think it looks really good, to be honest. All the little details in there in front of the magic gate. And I say these are all ready to go. Once we get, I got a couple more things to build for page 17. And then we get to consolidate it all into the suitcase. And then it conceals, goes on top of here to conceal the switch. But that being said, we're ready for page 17, so I'm going to pull those pieces and we'll get rolling with that. Okay, not much to page 17, so hopefully it won't be too traumatic. First part is we're going to take this one and our scroll here. We're supposed to pull off one strand of the twine. Supposedly it comes apart. Okay, it's only two pieces, so we got... Yeah. Okay, I thought it was three. Okay, so that makes it a little bit more. I thought it'd come right apart. It doesn't want to leave its friend. Okay, here we go. Gotta work our way down with it. Okay. Okay, so now we got two pieces of string. And yeah, get this guy. And we're supposed to be making and I keep losing the same pieces over and over again. And I literally picked it up to look for it. Okay, so first thing, get a little curve going in this thing. Okay, so a little more agreeable to be rolled up. Get my gluing plate out and the old Gorilla Super Glue. And go around, hopefully. I've lost all the dexterity in my fingers. There it went. Nope, it did not. Okay, there it went. Now, as usual, see how little of this glue I can get. Yeah, I need to retire this bottle. It's done. Okay. And dab on there, just enough to hold it in place, I hope. I'm actually going to want this to be a little loose because I want it to look sort of scrolly. It's all said and done, so I got a little scrolly. I don't think either one of them's a word. And you're supposed to take this and tie it around the center of the scroll. And let's see if I can get another knot in there. Going to be close. Should have done it closer to the end. or the middle rather. Okay, it's going. I can grab it. Alright. I got our little scroll, and I'm going to cut. Try to make it sort of even over here. And got that, and that can go into our box of. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to take some of the B7000. Try and put a drop on the bottom here. Move the scroll into it, hopefully, or the twine into it. Hopefully that'll just sort of tack it in place and let it do its thing. Okay. Now, we're supposed to be taking they're saying this is going to be, we're making a stack of newspapers on this one, evidently. And they're saying this one's the one that goes on top. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell y'all, I actually do use this thing. It's a handy little storage device for all my screwdrivers and tweezers and files and whatnot. I built that thing a while back, and I was expecting to go in the garage with all the other stuff, but it turned out pretty handy. Okay, just a little aside there. Let's see here. I'm supposed to fold this one into quarters. And the same with all these other ones. It says top to bottom and side to side. I don't think it's going to matter in the long run. Well, I guess top to bottom you can sort of obscure it. Choose which side to show. Let's see, I'm missing on every single one. And these don't get the folding treatment, just the newspaper ones. Okay. And let's see, we're supposed to be making a stack of these. I don't think gluing is necessarily required, but I think I'm going to do just a dab of glue in the middle, just to make it a little bit easier, because we're supposed to be tying them together with the rope too. So I think I am just going to tighten them up a little bit with the old B7000. So just like say one dot here in the middle, and one on the top, and pop the next one on. Another dot in the middle. Try and stack them reasonably neat. It didn't stick. Oh, now I got yesterday I couldn't get this glue to stay in, now I can't get it to come out. Okay. And and lastly, those reasonably good stacks. And I'm just going to throw them in a, oops, throw them in a binder clip. Let that glue sort of set up for a minute or two. And I'm going to go to work on, well, I think the book's the only thing I've actually got to make on this one, so. Okay. Stand up. Okay, so like I say, just got the one last book to make. Come here. Around the Clock in Europe. So, pretty close to dead on that one. Not much sticking out on either side. All right. Back to my super globby super glue. And not to glue myself to it. And pressure, moved it. Okay, there it goes, I think. Okay. Side. Book completed and into our tray. Tack this back down. Now, what else? Do I have anything else to do? Okay, so we just sticking those on. This one's supposed to get sort of put into the suitcase, sort of hanging over the edge, it looks like. So I'm just going to put a little crease in there. And then we're ready to, hopefully, yeah, they're sort of staying together, so that's good. Our supposedly, I'm going to sort of start this one up in the middle. This string seems very big for this kind of stuff. Got it one way. Feed that through the loop, maybe. Nope. Okay. Get you through there a little. Okay. Popped in there, grab you. tweezers would have worked better, but this was what I had next to me. Alright. If I can swing that around to do a double knot, I think it'll work. Okay. If anybody else as shocked as I am that actually worked. Okay, leave a little lead on there. There we go. All right. Now, we're at the point where we get to start putting the stuff into our suitcase. Okay, so this one is supposed to go back behind the snitch. I'm going to a little bit off the bottom so I can sort of get the illusion of it sinking down in there a little bit better. And then this edge, because it's going to be have all the stuff in front of it. Yeah. Sort of. Yeah. I think there's not going to be much of that showing once all this other stuff gets in there. Then our butterfly picture goes over here, sort of, whoop, not like that. Okay, the snitch in front of that, upside down. And I can't. Let's try the tweezers. Yeah, they're supposed to go in like that. Something goes in front of it. Wait a second, actually, something goes underneath it. This one that I was just talking about. Go in something like that, hanging off the front. Push that a bit down. Yeah, so if I glue that into the bottom there. All right, back to the old Gorilla Super Glue. It actually shows this sort of going over the corner, but I'm just not feeling that kind of effort with this little tiny things. But there, sort of like I say, you'll see the details. Now we'll put attempt to put the butterflies in. Make sure I glue on the bottom of it. Okay. Alright, that seems to sort of be holding in place. I may have to do a little more glue on this side to hold that scroll or whatever down. And somehow we're supposed to fit all this other stuff in there. Okay, so this one is supposed to go into this front corner here. So, put it down there, glob in there. Ease you into that. Whoop. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. And the other two medicine bottles go on this side. Where's my... I used it. Oh, there it is. I lost it in the last 30 seconds since I've used it last. Sort of hold it down with this thing. Well, I tried. Put some medicine bottles in there. Not fun. There it goes. Now, a little more gloopage here. Okay, that one was fairly cooperative actually. Okay. And our newspaper bundle goes in this area. So just glue on there and hope for the best, I think. Oh. Let go. Get in there. All right. Now, our envelope is supposed to go sort of on the other side of the newspaper. According to the picture, this should be a good. Let's just sort of drop you in there. I think I got contact with my glue there. Cool. Now, supposedly there's room for this magic book behind the newspaper. It's in the supposedly. So. Force our way in there. Need one more hand. No, that didn't work. Dang it. Okay. Get off the frame, dude. Okay. That's that. Then there's some more glue on there for good measure. See if I can ease this back into. Okay, I'm going to go with that. And then, alright, wait a second, where does this guy go? Okay, this guy's evidently supposed to stand up right there, somehow. But that's on the next, no, there it is. Yeah, so. There. Okay. Now our tickets look like they're supposed to be over in this section. So I have them like try and hit the book with them, I think. I'm happy with that. And this one I sort of want to be on top because you can actually read where it says platform 9 3/4 on it. Or I can. You may not be able to see it. Oh, the way. If I get the glare off my lights. Yeah, sort of see it. Okay, same thing on you. There's a little on the back. Yep. Drop you in there. All right. And that is pretty much the completed suitcase. Not too bad. I don't think it's exactly how they intended it, but it works. All right, so I'll set that into our tray of tiny pieces because that concludes page 17. We're ready to move on over to 18, which is just a half a page, really. It's only like, that's the whole thing. So this shouldn't take too much longer. So I'll be right back with that, and I've actually got to pick out the next project too to see what I'm going to be doing. I think it's going to be a good palette cleanser. I think I've stressed myself enough with these teeny tiny pieces, so I think I've got one picked out that ought to be good. Okay, enough babbling. I'll be right back with page 18, and we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, last step here. And just take a quick peek at what we're doing. Okay, actually, I'm going to go a little bit out of order, but not too far. I'm just going to go ahead and stick these on. These are our... Okay. I thought this was going to be obscure the switch. This is actually going to be the switch. You're going to be able to put it in and slide it back and forth to turn it off and on. Alright, I dig it. I see what they're doing. Cool. So, but either side looking, this one got a little odd discoloration there, so I want to have them go in on this side, sticking up here. Like, go in there like that, and then, say those feet go on the tracks. This one goes over our switch, so it'll be, we'll be moving the whole thing to, okay. I like that. I was thinking I was going to pick the thing up every time I had wanted to flip it on. That's good. Okay. But, let's see, what am I doing here? I want to get them in there like that. So, nothing to glue them to up there. I got some, I got some, stick them on there. So imagine that. I've spilled some glue at some point. Okay. Let's, I think, super glue again. Looks like extra globby. See if I can get it on the just one, maybe one side, about halfway. Yeah, this is. Oh, I got some on there now. Okay. Let's see which side's on that side. So drop you in there. And I have no way to apply even pressure. Okay, maybe that's working. Okay. Seems like it's in there. Let me a little bit firmer. And no, it's just slopping around in there now. I guess I'll just leave it in there. I had. Had something I could shim in there, I'd feel better about it, but I don't have anything that small. So I guess I'll just do that same thing over here. Must be one of those things. Somewhere in this house I've got a hot glue gun, but I don't know where it is. All I've ever done with it is burn myself with it, so I sort of. Okay. See if I can press down and over at the same time. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna sort of leave that and let the clean some of this excess around it. Yeah, it's not bonding at all. It's sort of such. Okay, I'll say I'm just gonna leave it flat and let me actually. I hadn't used Alien Turbo Tacky in a while. I can tell because it's all clogged up. I'm trying to put a less than that on there, but just a glob around there. And just try and spread it all the way around, maybe. And this will either help or hurt. I'm not sure which. One of those things where I wish I had some hardener for my super glue. And I've always meant to pick some of that up, but I never got around to it. Just gonna. Let's see. Let me. All the way around this, in and out a couple of times, and try and get it everywhere. Okay. Well, this excess around off up here, maybe. Okay. Now, okay. I think I'm just going to let that go at this point. It's moving around on me. Let me set this down on top of it. Maybe not that then. This one. Okay, so maybe something that'll hold it in. All right. Now we are. Let's see. That one just gets. Whoop, I moved out of the way. That one just gets wadded up and unrolled. This one we get to make into one of our envelopes. I'm gonna learn my lesson. Gonna cheat to the inside of the dashed line to try and cover up, lose any gaps I might have. Hopefully that'll help. Okay. Okay, so sides, bottom, and bring the top down. All right, finally, no gaps. And it'll be 7,000 on this one, I think. And clamp up here at the top to hopefully hold it in. It went everywhere once I rolled it over. Okay, hold you shut. Put you right up there. Now, let's get her rolling. Get to making one more paper. I think this is going to be up on the outside. I think I'm going to try and make this one with this one just a little bit bigger diameter, a little more hopefully showing. Get the whole, hopefully, yeah, read the whole daily profit on there. So definitely have that thing showing where you can see daily profit on the. All right. Like I said on this one, just supposed to crinkle it up a little bit, make it look worn. Maybe a little more than that. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't show on camera, but that looks pretty wrinkled. So we got that and that. I'm pretty sure as soon as I flip that over, it's gonna pop those wood pieces back through. So I'm gonna take that on there and that deeper than, yeah, it's a little bit deeper, so I'm not gonna be pushing them out. And hopefully they won't fall out. And okay, so get to apply all these things. First thing, this thing's supposed to go sort of like that, hanging over the front edge a bit. Which, I'm trying to see what the picture is. Do I want the picture shown? Which picture? I think I want the dark picture shown. It shows a little more. I think it has a better, I don't know, effect maybe. So just there. And on top of that, our newspaper goes in. Our Daily Prophet. Make sure, like I said, make sure it's nice and hopefully readable from the front. And we got our it's also sort of hanging out there. And I am going to swap to the old Beacon 3-in-1 for to mount the suitcase, just to get a bigger glob more than anything. And I got, make sure it sounds like it's working. Okay. So take our suitcase, and I think I'm going to put a pretty substantial glob. Break the strings. Oh yeah. Pull my vacuum on it so it'll hopefully drain the and drop you on there. Get you a little bit centered. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and call this part of 18 as well. It's technically 19. There's some stuff to cut out on the bottom of 18 while it's cut in half. But I'm going to give that glue another 20 or 30 minutes to dry, and then we'll mount it and we'll be wrapping this thing up. So be right back with that. Okay. I think, well, don't need that on there. Everything seems to be staying in place. So let's install this thing and hope for the best. So we got our tabs on there, and they're just line up our switch. It's not flush, but it's flush enough. And I think, yeah. All right. A little bit further out. So there we go. Got our doodad on there. Let me dim them down a little bit more here. Got our nice glue at the windows and on the sides too. We're gonna block that out. I did think about it. If I'd put the battery box in with the wire going down, I think I put it in with the wire on the top, so that might have taken up some of that extra slack, and that may have helped, but I don't think that would have solved our problems as far as the excess wires go. Our switch does, it's a little awkward to hit, but it works. And I think that's a really nice looking model, if I get my fingerprints off of it. It's been a struggle, but I think this is going to end up being one of my more favorite ones. I think it'll definitely go somewhere with the, prominently on display. I think goes into the permanent living room display instead of going into storage. But yeah, I think that's a good looking deal. And for I think it was either $15 or $18. It was very reasonable, I thought, for compared to what I normally buy. And these are, I'm pleased with it. They got it's I think it's a good deal. I think it's worth it. It's a little bit wonky on the switch up there, but I think that's still acceptable. And as far as tomorrow goes, like I said, after this I think I do need a palate cleanser, so back to the old rocker goodies. Got an electric guitar. No moving parts on this one, it's just a model. Got some of the accordion stuff I already see on there. And this one should be, I'm hoping this is a fairly easy one. It says 8 and up. It's only a level 2. So I think it should be a 1 at 2 days max build. I hope those aren't real strings on there though. Single coil, streamline, hollow ribs, flexible copper string. Okay. I may have bit off more than I didn't think about having to string it. But maybe it won't be that bad. Rocker generally does a pretty good job on this stuff. And I think I saw this, I thought that ought to be a fun little build. I'm not a guitar player. When I was a kid I always wanted to be, but so did everybody else. But I think, let's see, how many pieces is this one? I didn't even look at that. 140 pieces. Yeah, that should be a one-day build. But it might take me 2. You never know how things roll with me. We'll see, and then we'll move on to whatever's next after that. But anyways, folks, back to the Magic Gate. I do like that I was able to get that daily profit showing on there. I think that's a good detail. I'm really liking the focus. I think that suitcase on the top really did turn out nice. I was worried about being too cluttered, but I think that's about what you'd expect. The medicine bottles down there I wish they were taller, but if you're on top of it, that's a good looking detail. And we got all these doodads inside. I don't think there's anything. Let's say that witch's hat. I'm still not pleased with it, but in with all the other clutter, it doesn't look too bad. So I'll call her quits there. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.